Picture yourself waking up to a morning where the air feels lighter. Your mind is free from the clutter of endless worries, and your heart is quietly aligned with what truly matters. Your home is a haven of simplicity, not sterile or empty, but filled with only what brings you joy or serves a purpose. In a world that often feels like it's spiraling out of control, where your phone buzzes with notifications, your inbox overflows, your closets burst with things you barely use, and the pressure to keep up leaves you exhausted. This kind of peace might seem like a fantasy, but what if it's not? What if the secret to a life of clarity, calm, and deep fulfillment lies in the timeless wisdom of Japanese minimalism, woven through 5 powerful principles: Wabi-Sabi, Motenai, Kaizen, Danshari, and Ikigai. These aren't just lofty ideals. They're practical, soul-nourishing tools that Japanese minimalists use to live with intention, free from the stress that weighs so many of us down. Today, I'm going to walk with you, step by step, through these 5 secrets, showing you how they can transform your life from one of overwhelm to one of purpose and serenity. Let's embark on this journey together, with an open heart and a gentle pace, as you discover how to craft a life that feels lighter, richer, and more meaningful than you ever thought possible. Let's begin with the first secret: Wabi-Sabi, the profound art of finding beauty in imperfection and impermanence. In Japan, Wabi-Sabi is a worldview that cherishes the incomplete, the fleeting, and the authentic. Imagine a weathered wooden table, its scratches telling stories of meals shared and laughter spilled, or a teacup with a subtle crack, mended with gold to highlight its history rather than hide it. This is Wabi-Sabi, seeing value in what's real over what's flawless. Now, think about your own life. How often do you chase perfection? Maybe it's the perfect Instagram-worthy home, a flawless work presentation, or a body that matches some airbrushed ideal. This pursuit is relentless, isn't it? It leaves you feeling like you're always falling short, your worth tied to an impossible standard. Wabi-Sabi offers a different lens. It invites you to embrace the beauty of your imperfections, the messy kitchen that shows you're living, the laugh lines that mark years of joy, the project that's good enough rather than perfect. By embracing Wabi-Sabi, you release the stress of striving and find peace in the present. This shift can be transformative. Instead of apologizing for a cluttered desk, you see it as evidence of a creative mind. Instead of hiding your vulnerabilities, you share them, fostering deeper connections. The mental freedom this brings is immense. Your energy is no longer drained by self-criticism, but lifted by gratitude. Try this today. Find one imperfect thing in your life: a worn sweater, a scuffed shoe, or a moment of failure. Reflect on its story. How does it add character or meaning? Write down your thoughts and notice how this small act softens your inner judge, inviting calm where stress once lived. Now, let's explore the second secret: Motenai, a deep respect for resources that carries the heartfelt exclamation, "What a waste!" In Japan, Motenai is a way of life, rooted in valuing every scrap of what you have. Picture an elder carefully folding a piece of gift wrap to reuse, or turning vegetable peels into a nourishing broth. It's about seeing potential in everything: objects, time, opportunities, and refusing to let them go to waste. Contrast this with the modern habit of excess: buying fast fashion you'll wear once, tossing half-eaten takeout, or letting hours slip away on mindless scrolling. This wastefulness doesn't just clutter your space. It creates a subtle guilt, a disconnection from the abundance already in your life. Matanai asks you to pause and reconsider. Before you throw something away, ask, could this have another use? Could those 5 minutes before bed be spent reading instead of swiping? This mindset fosters mindfulness, helping you make conscious choices that align with your values. The benefits are profound: a decluttered home, a lighter environmental footprint, and a sense of resourcefulness that boosts your confidence. Financially, it's a relief too. Reusing and repurposing saves money, easing the strain of constant spending. Start with one Motainai practice this week. Maybe it's mending a torn shirt instead of buying a new one, or using leftovers to create a new meal. As you do, notice how it feels to honor what you have. You'll find a quiet pride in living more sustainably, and the mental clutter of "I need more" begins to fade, replaced by gratitude for what's already yours. The third secret is Kaizen, the philosophy of continuous, incremental improvement. In Japan, Kaizen is a guiding principle in workplaces and personal lives, built on the idea that small, consistent steps lead to lasting change. Think of it as a gentle stream carving a canyon over time, not forceful, but persistent. Now, consider the modern approach to self-improvement. Crash diets, extreme productivity hacks, or resolutions that collapse under their own weight. These all-or-nothing efforts often lead to burnout, leaving you feeling like you've failed. Kaizen is different. It's kind, sustainable, and empowering. It asks you to improve just 1% each day, whether that's organizing one shelf, walking for 5 minutes, or choosing a kinder thought. Imagine the relief of knowing you don't need to transform your life overnight. Instead, you build habits that stick, creating a sense of progress without overwhelm. Kaizen also nurtures self-compassion. When you stumble, you don't spiral into shame. You adjust and keep moving. This approach reduces stress by focusing on process over perfection. To start, pick one area of your life that feels chaotic. Maybe it's a cluttered bathroom or a packed schedule. Set a tiny goal. Spend 3 minutes tidying a countertop daily, or decline one non-essential meeting this week. Track your progress for a month, and you'll see how these small steps snowball into a calmer, more intentional life. Kaizen also applies to your inner world. Try replacing one negative thought with a neutral one each day, like, "I'm doing my best," instead of, "I'm not enough." Over time, this rewires your mind for peace. Kaizen teaches you that growth is a journey, not a race, and every step forward counts. Next, let's dive into Danshari, the fourth secret, which is the art of decluttering your physical, mental, and emotional spaces. Danshari comes from 3 Japanese characters: refuse, dispose, and separate, forming a holistic approach to letting go of what no longer serves you. In our consumer-driven world, you're constantly urged to accumulate more gadgets, more commitments, more likes. This clutter creates a mental fog, making it hard to hear your own needs or find calm. Danshari offers a path to clarity by asking 3 simple questions. Do I need this? Do I love it? Does it reflect who I am now? Picture sorting through a drawer, keeping only the pens that work and spark joy, or clearing your calendar of obligations that drain you. Now extend this to your mind. Are you holding on to grudges, guilt, or beliefs that no longer fit? Danshari isn't about stripping your life bare. It's about creating space for what matters. The process can be emotional. Letting go often stirs memories or fears, but it's also liberating. Physically, a decluttered space reduces visual noise, calming your nervous system. Mentally, releasing outdated commitments or thoughts frees up energy for creativity and joy. Emotionally, letting go of toxic ties or self-doubt opens your heart to deeper connections. Start with a small Danshari practice. Spend 10 minutes sorting one category, like socks or emails, keeping only what aligns with your current life. As you let go, notice the lightness that emerges. Then, apply Danshari to one non-physical area. Perhaps forgive yourself for a past mistake or say no to a draining request. Over time, Danshari builds a life where every object, action, and thought feels intentional, dissolving stress and amplifying purpose. The 5th secret is Ikigai, your reason for being. In Japan, particularly in Okinawa, Ikigai is the spark that gets you out of bed each morning. The sweet spot where what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for intersect. It's not about grand gestures. It's about finding purpose in the everyday. Contrast this with the modern struggle of feeling lost, chasing careers that don't fulfill you, seeking validation online, or wondering if your life has meaning. Ikigai offers a compass to navigate this drift. It doesn't demand that you overhaul your life. It asks you to weave purpose into what you already do. Maybe you love baking and are skilled at it. Could you share treats with neighbors, fostering community? Or perhaps you're a natural organizer and could volunteer to streamline a local event, meeting a need while finding joy. Discovering your Ikigai takes time, but the journey itself is grounding. Start by reflecting. What activities make you lose track of time? What do others praise you for? Jot down your answers and look for patterns. Then, experiment. Try one small action that feels purposeful, like teaching a skill or donating to a cause you care about. Ikigai brings resilience, anchoring you through stress by rooting you in meaning. It also fosters balance, ensuring your life isn't just about work or survival, but about joy and contribution. As you explore Ikigai, you'll find that purpose isn't something you chase. It's something you cultivate day by day in the choices you make. These 5 secrets, Wabi-Sabi, Motenai, Kaizen, Danshari, and Ikigai, form a tapestry of wisdom that can guide you to a simpler, more intentional life. They're not about deprivation or rigid rules. They're about abundance through what's essential. Let's bring them to life with a story. Meet Alex, a 40-year-old teacher overwhelmed by stress. His apartment is a maze of unused gadgets and unworn clothes. His schedule is crammed with commitments he resents, and he feels disconnected from his purpose. Inspired by Japanese minimalism, Alex starts small. He embraces Wabi-Sabi, keeping a scratched dining table because it reminds him of family dinners, letting go of the need for a perfect home. With Motainai, he repurposes old jars for pantry storage, saving money and feeling resourceful. Kaizen guides him to tidy one shelf a day, and within a month, his space feels serene. Danshari helps him donate clothes he hasn't worn in years and step back from draining friendships, creating mental clarity. Finally, he explores Ikigai, realizing his love for storytelling and knack for teaching could be shared through a community writing workshop. Over time, Alex's stress melts away, replaced by a sense of purpose and peace. His life isn't flawless, but it's intentional, filled with what he values most. Now, let's make this real for you. You might be wondering, this sounds beautiful, but how do I begin when I'm already stretched thin? The magic of these principles is their flexibility. You don't need more time or resources. You just need small, intentional choices. Here's a detailed plan to start today, designed to fit into your busy life. First, practice Wabi-Sabi by identifying one imperfection you've criticized. Maybe a messy corner of your home or a skill you haven't mastered. Write a short paragraph reframing it. How does it reflect your unique journey? For example, a cluttered desk might show you're juggling meaningful projects. Second, embody Motainai by choosing one item you typically discard, like food scraps or an old towel, and find a creative use for it. Maybe blend scraps into a smoothie or cut the towel into cleaning rags. Third, apply Kaizen by selecting one stressful area, say a chaotic morning routine or negative self-talk. Set a tiny goal. Spend 2 minutes stretching each morning or replace one harsh thought with "I'm learning." Fourth, start Danshari with a 15-minute decluttering session. Sort one category, like books or notifications, keeping only what serves your current life. Then, extend Danshari to your mind. Write down one worry or obligation you can release, like guilt over saying no. Fifth, explore Ikigai by spending 5 minutes journaling about what brings you joy and how you might share it. Maybe you love photography. Could you post one photo a day to inspire others? Set a daily reminder to revisit these actions for 2 weeks, tracking how you feel. If you face challenges, like emotional attachment to clutter or fear of change, pause and ask, what's the smallest step I can take? Maybe it's letting go of one item or breathing deeply for 30 seconds. These micro actions, grounded in Japanese wisdom, will gradually reshape your life. As you weave these principles into your days, the changes will surprise you. Your home will feel less like a storage unit and more like a sanctuary, reducing the visual noise that fuels stress. Your finances will benefit as you buy less and value more, easing the anxiety of keeping up. Your relationships will deepen as you prioritize quality time over obligations, fostering connection. Your mind will quiet, no longer tangled in shoulds, but focused on what's essential. You'll find joy in the small, imperfect moments. A warm cup of tea, a kind word, a task done with care. This is the heart of Japanese minimalism, not emptiness, but fullness through intention. You're not just clearing clutter, you're clearing space for peace, purpose, and possibility. Let's pause for a moment. What's stirring in you right now? Maybe a spark of hope, a desire to try one small change, or even a flicker of doubt. Can this really work for me? That's okay. Doubt is part of the journey. The beauty of these secrets is that they meet you where you are, asking only for willingness to begin. Imagine your life a year from now if you take one step today, then another tomorrow. Picture a morning where you wake up with ease, your space calm, your mind clear, your heart full. This isn't a dream, it's a path, and it's yours to walk. So, what will your first step be? Perhaps it's a deep breath, a moment to appreciate the imperfect, beautiful life you're living right now. Or maybe it's a single act of letting go, trusting that less can be more. These 5 secrets are your guide to a life where stress fades and meaning grows. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to move forward, one gentle step at a time, with courage and curiosity. The journey is waiting, and it's leading you to a life that feels like home. What will you choose to do today? Choose to do today. Choose to do today.